Kia ora koutou katoa, Bulavanaka, Talofa Lava, Malo Lele, Kia orana, and welcome into day one of the Pasifika Youth Cup for 2023. What a game first up. Tonga with a win over Niue. Great finish to that game. Jeff McTaich in commentary for the next one. Championship matchup between Fiji and Tokelau, and it's great to have with me in commentary the cultural advisor for Pasifika Aotearoa Collective, Hone Haunui Rapana. Kia ora, Hone. Great to see you, and what a celebration today of not only rugby league but Pasifika culture too.
Hey, kia ora, hoa. Awesome to be here at the Bay Roscoe grounds, home of the Vikings. Awesome opportunity that's been created for this pathway of rugby league for our young players. Tokelau, I think it's their first time in the under-18s competition competing, and so having two divisions now really gives them an opportunity to grow and develop all of their players. Exciting.
Every year we see the strength, the talent on display here, and last year too, speaking to Hingi Fositua, a number of players going on to not only join academies but also play professionally as well. So we're seeing what this tournament can do.
Awesome there, yep. And there's a few players that are contracted now to the SG Ball competition, with the Warriors doing their launch last night. And some players have been released to come into this competition, the PYC, which is really a stepping stone for them into that higher level.
Great to be here at Bay Roscoe. Bay Roscoe Vikings, of course, a number of great players who have gone on to play for New Zealand out of this club. Lowly Monty Beetham, Gary Freeman, Stevie Matai, Marutai, Ilausis, Jerry Siusiu, Jerome Ropati, and the list goes on. Very talented club as we take a look at the Fijian lineup for this first game.
Keep an eye out for that number 6, Malakai Kama. Made the New Zealand secondary schools last year. Played on the wing, but this year we see him in the standoff jersey. Fiji celebrating 20 years of New Zealand rugby league for Fiji. So the commemoration going on for them this year. Our man in the middle for this one is Paki Parkinson, one of the top referees in Aotearoa, supported by Jack Fevers and Tauda Tauda. As Tokelau make their way out to the field, keeping in mind the cultural challenges will begin our game. And in our earlier match there was a penalty that if you cross the 10 metres, the other team will get the penalty for them. One of the safety precautions I guess we'll have, because the passion, you know, when it gets out of control, when the emotion takes over, the pukana gets too close and then, oh no, it all breaks out.
Wonderful to see so much support from nations across the Pacific here as we see the Fijian boys make their way onto the park for our second match of the afternoon here at Bay Roscoe. That's the championship, of course. Fiji, Niue, Tonga Development, Tokelau in the championship. And the premiership side of things, Aotearoa, New Zealand, Māori, Cook Islands, Samoa and Tonga. So that is the draw over the next 4 days of what we are expecting to be exciting, high-tempo rugby league. And wonderful to see these young men get an opportunity to Hone to represent their countries, their nations. It's also a huge shop window. We know a number of officials around us, saw Cappy Andrew McFadden here earlier, Cameron George too, and NRL scouts. Eyeballs will be here over the next 4 days.
Well, it's been great support from the One New Zealand Warriors. Just earlier, late last year, in November, a partnership was created with the One Warriors and the Pasifika Aotearoa Collective, a 3-year sponsorship to continue to run the PYC competitions. The Tokelau, every team got a flag bearer. One of the most important aspects of the PYC, of course, is the culture. Allowing these teams to share their language, share their traditional practices. And as we give attention now to Fiji, and they do their hymn.
Oh my God!
What a beautiful hymn and prayer from this Fijian side as we take a look at Tokelau. A few final thoughts as well for them. But Hone, Fiji, such a country of passion, play with great spirit, and this will be, I'm sure, a fantastic matchup. Our second game of day one of the Pasifika Youth Cup.
One of the things that's renowned in the Pasifika Aotearoa collective is it's not a matter of the numbers they have in their teams or their countries, but everyone has the same size flag and the same voice at the table. And so Tokelau, earlier today in the Pōwhiri, they spoke about a stepping stone for them and really having somewhere to develop. And so they're looking forward now to being able to wear their colours here at the PYC competition for the under-18s.
Lucky Parkinson blows time on in the second game of the afternoon here at Bay Roskill. And an early chance for Fiji inside of their 20 to get the set moving. Nayo to ground on the first hitter. Now looking to get something moving down this right edge. And moving well too, beautifully. Kama, he got the ball away too as they make inroads inside Tokelau's half. Nice start to the set for Fiji. Now they look to work it up the middle of the park through Aria. Asking some early questions of this Tokelau defence. Testing out the left edge, but ball to ground. But Hone, a great start and a lovely run down that right edge to Vita Kama.
Maybe early in the match, but even in the previous game, teams are starting to use the width of the field and shifting the ball. You can see it's quite windy here, which has been challenging, but they are really testing the defensive lines, pushing it from side to side. But unfortunate into the first set of 6 for Fiji, coming up with an error. Tokelau now with the first opportunity with the ball.
Warm
coming out of their own 40.
Yeah, plenty of wind, but hot day here in Tamaki Makaurau, so a little bit of respite with this breeze we have here at Bay Roskill. And now he looks to get it going. Sua, a co-captain of Tokelau, up to the 40. And they look to respond in kind, up the middle, up the centre, through Ululafu. Some nice player to dummy half players running onto it smartly for Ngali. And now they stretch them down the left edge, but some good defence. Fiji coming in the form of Sloan.
Referee call 5th and final. They shifted to the centre of the field.
So here it is. Will they make the kick opportunity, or will they be swamped on defence? And they are. But some nice early play here from both of these sides, willing to move the ball.
They chanced their arm there, Tokelau, to finish that set. They may not have got to the kick, but they are in the red zone against Fiji. Fiji have to work out of their own 20. A little bit of hesitation there, but they centre things up. Looks like the back 3 will come in and do a bit of work. Eager, their Tokelau bench to get involved, make some impact.
Come out, shifting it. Run off to Kikau.
That's Bungi Kikau.
Now again, this opportunity for Fiji down the right edge. In the centre, Sloan. Referee's whistle goes once more on that.
Yep, referee not happy with the ruck there. Ruck infringement. Holding the player down. Good scoop from dummy half, beating the one player. Breaks between 2. But just here, the late man coming in. Not quite the flop, but smothering the attacker.
So now field position here for Fiji.
And just for our viewers, we're playing by the blue marked lines. The white lines are the touch lines.
Here it is for the second row, Novel Sight.
It's Tevita Kama at dummy half. He looks for his forwards.
10 away here. Fiji and Aria carrying strongly. Number 8 on his back, and now they move it. Chance to score the opening try of the game, and desperate defence. Tokelau still there. Kama spinning. He scores! Tevita Kama. The first try for Fiji, and well deserved too.
He fought for that one. Oh, I was questioning that actually, because the play the ball, he took a few metres off the initial tackle mark, but the referee let it go, and the scoop from dummy half, as we check on the replay, takes a few steps forward. But look at Tokelau defence, really wrestling in there. But Kama, Tevita, fights. Gets the first try for Fiji as they celebrate 20 years of rugby league in Aotearoa.
Well, he was the man who ignited them early on in that opening set. Kama, and he looks a player of some talent too as they score the opening try. 30-minute halves here over the next 4 days. Pasifika Youth Cup of 2023. Great to have your company with us here. Live and exclusive on Sky Sport, wherever you are watching Sky Sport Next throughout the Pacific, online. Bola Vinaka tries to swing it around. Not a bad attempt too with the wind, but it's away.
Unsuccessful there for Bungi Kikau. It's a renowned Fijian name. Must be the nephew of Viliami. But as we see the try scorer, Tevita Kama, he spun and he didn't give up there. He knew he had to do a little bit more work. 3 in the tackle, and he manages to ground the ball. 4-0, Fiji over Tokelau.
Tokelau showed that they can make some inroads, some powerful players in the 13. So their fullback, Zawaka, gets us underway again. And again, look at this carry, strong carry again. Aria, yeah, indeed. Now again, space off Kama. Players running onto it at speed out of dummy half down the left edge this time. Three players. Tokelau asked to come up on defence on between Nail. Little show, little go, beautiful flat ball away, and oh, did he keep it in? No, just out, but
linesman, Toda.
Some excellent work on it.
As we said, you got to watch the blue lines. Can be deceiving with both blue and white ones. But Toda just sees his foot touch the line just after he offloads, before he offloads. And so Tokelau, another opportunity with the ball. Second set for them, 7 minutes gone. Just over the halfway line now for the first head up.
Here it is to ground. Fafui, the second row, dishes it away beautifully. Vulu Lafu, taken around the ankles. Here come Tokelau, just running it direct, straight in this set. Trying to pinch some easy meters, but slow ruck ball to work with. Now they get it going forward again. Favet, the co-captains. Now, Iosua tries to find some support. The ball is loose. It's gone backwards. And up to make the tackle is Kama on Fongali. So they've gone backwards in the set here, have Tokelau. Now the kick will come.
Good
now
kick.
The chase will come. Space. And there's the try, is it? Yes.
First try for Tokelau Rugby League for 2023. Zefan Peter Lafaele.
Beautiful finish, Zefan Peter Lafaele, but now what about the kick? What about the heads-up play? Sila Favet.
Well, as they were developing their play, it looked like nothing was on, but then there was a lot of space out wide in the kick. Precise, found the space, found the grass. Just a fullback to beat, steps on the inside, and sure enough, Zefan Peter Lafaele. Basila Favai, great kick here, brings his team on side. Just caught the winger there, Seru Buke. Stayed flat up in the defensive line, which gave that space out wide for Sevan Peter Lafaele. As we lock up the scores 4-4. 21 minutes gone in the first half. It's been very competitive in the championship.
It was a nice finish. Sevan Peter Lafaele still had some work to do, as you said, to step back in. The awareness, the timing on the bounce of the ball.
Zion Savaka lines up, the wind picks it up.
Lovely
Looks
kick.
good, and it is.
The fullback slots it through. And so after conceding the early try, as we take a look at the replay here, it's Tokelau who hit the front.
Well, he shaped the pass there, Sila Vavai. But then as he looked forward and the winger was creeping up in the defensive line, he saw the space at the back, put the kick through. As we see the family from Niue, Auckland. Plenty of colour, plenty of sound at all the Pacific competitions.
Got to say on there's some great food stalls here too, which we're going to have to check out a bit later on. Plenty of options as...
oh, look at that off the back fence.
Yeah, big run, big strong carry. Alo, Vululafu. And now, oh, great driving defence. Driving the player back. Amusai and get going there.
Shift
Maybe
again.
some space down the left, but it's in touch.
Came off the back of a Fijian player there. We'll see if the referee says if it's played it. The last touch, just before it went out. It came off the back of Daniela Maisiri. Referee says not played it. So Maisiri now brings it back to the field. Fiji, 30 metres out.
So Fiji now through no real opportunity here to hit back immediately. Great field position, bang in front of Tokelau's post. Kama shifts it away. Now his players running on with some real intent here. Aria to ground.
Ball came free there. Let's see if the referee picked it up.
And the referee's whistle goes.
You saw it. Aria dropping the ball as he was making his coming to his feet. But you'll notice in the defense from the Tokelau side, you may think they're laying over the players, but they're slowing the ruck down, which is upsetting the flow of the Fijian side.
I've been impressed with the variety. We've seen both teams willing to move it laterally, but then in the last couple of sets, using those big front rowers to great effect. As you said, off the back fence again. This time, Naima for Tokelau. A real scrap for possession there defensively. Fiji have been good, but
Bungi Kikau just a little bit overpowering there and got a bit carried away with the defence. Paki Parkinson wanted him to clear the ruck. So Tokelau gets the penalty. That's the 40.
Tonga with the opening win of the day here over Niue. Some great action to start day one of Pasifika Youth Cup. Remembering too, the early start part of the season, so there's some tired boys after the next 4 days of rugby league here at Bay Roskill.
It's two good hit-ups there, they're averaging over 10.
Yosua finds Tulimanu, one off, good carry. The number 10 on his back now, out of dummy half. Some wonderful play.
Nippy, very nippy from Sams Yosua.
Yosua up to the 10. Now they look to spread it here. Tokelau. Just the back row are running onto it, but have won themselves another penalty here.
Mark is not square. Referee brings it back. The momentum swinging in favour of Tokelau. 10 metres out from the line. Impact player coming on now. 40, Teve Goalofa Teve.
Again, Tokelau close, very close, claiming
Power,
the try.
yeah.
Tuia And he's got it too. Terrell Tuia.
He's just come onto the field, and what an impact he's made. Comes off the back of that penalty, though. They started to create momentum. Tokelau and Fiji just got on the back foot. As you see, the big man takes on the two forwards there. Stays on his feet, then reaches out. Looks to the referee to confirm. It's right here, sir. Second try for Tokelau. Surprise here, scoreline in this match. Tokelau take the lead, 10 points to 4, conversion to come. Zion Savaka hit it well in the first kick, conversion. About 15 metres to the left-hand side of the upright. 12 metres out. Wind doesn't pick it up here.
This one away. The try scorer, Terrell Tuia, out of Nainai College. Randwick Rugby League, junior in Wellington. And we look here, all power.
Many of our nations are starting to develop their own little tournaments in the regions. And as they saw, our try scorer, Terrell Tuia, from the Wellington region, been scouted from Tokelau and brought into the senior side here as he puts his name on the score sheet. 10-4. Referee calls time back on.
So, really tried to Fiji, but it's been Tokelau bang, bang. And again, some real bang in the first hit up of this set. There he is again, the try scorer, Tuia, big fend and hard man to bring down. Just crawling forward, snatching as many metres as he can. Now, perhaps a wee bit of space again down the left to show. Held the pass.
Eating the metres, Tokelau.
Yeah, toward halfway here. Some real physicality in this match. You can hear the shots as Yelsua tries to ignite them again. Players running freely up the middle of the park. Beautiful defend as well for Ngali. And a desperate tackle had to be made in the end.
He looks surprised himself, Ungale. It is the fifth final, though, scoop from dummy half. Referee has called, hand-over. His arms touch the ground, which deems a tackle.
Nehemiah Fongale, what a run it was.
It was a referee calling one of the defensive players out. Says you're offside, leave the play alone, which allowed Fongale to hit that break. Fiji, 10 metres out from their own line, bit of work to do.
So Fiji under the pump. It's been all Tokelau in recent times. They get an opportunity here to try and work it up toward the halfway line. And this time it's the standoff. Thama out of dummy half, makes some good inroads too. Moving nicely, Kama this time spinning around, looking to do the roka thoko on Tokelau. Now there's a bit of space down the left edge. And again, good contact. Not held though, but the referee's whistle goes. And so some much needed back-to-back sets here for Fiji. As we approach the final 10 minutes of this first half, 30-minute halves, folks, if you've just joined us for the Pasifika Youth Cup. And then some tired bodies over the next 4 days. Hot conditions as the kick across, and it's in touch.
Fiji, they scored the first try in this match, but Tokelau have got the last two and take the lead. And not the ideal way to finish their set there, Fiji, kicking it out on the full. As our linesman Toda calls play back. Our referee Paki Parkinson starts us off from the centre of the field, and Tokelau coming out of their own 30. Tokelau just doing the simple things really well. Forwards coming straight off the ruck, settling, but as you can see, the backs are starting to come in and contribute a bit of work for the forwards, allowing them to catch their breath.
Yosua again, players running onto it with real intent for Ngali.
Staying with the backs.
Sams Yosua. This time it's Faua.
Could be a part of the tactics though, because as they get closer to the try line, that's when they bring their bigger forwards in.
Cut out ball, looking for players and support down the right here, but some good strength. Liam Boyd in the tackle, just slowing the play down. That's what they needed to do, generating some real tempo here. Tokelau. There's the kick over the top from Thama. And it's diffused inside the red zone, and just as well too for Fiji. I'm sure they'll be pretty happy to try and slow things down here, been camped really, entrenched in their own half. Such has been the dominance on attack from Tokelau.
That's exactly the difference between the set completions. Tokelau may not get the whole 90 or get the try, but they're really putting pressure on by forcing Fiji to come out of their own half. And Fiji, as we see, forwards are tired, so their backs have come in. But Tokelau blue wall doesn't seem to have any jinks or holes in it.
Slowing to ground. A slow play of the ball again, and forcing Fiji to keep it tight as the defensive line resets for Tokelau. But as we say that, busting through. And Malachi Thama, he's got players in support. This is Fiji at its best. That's brilliant. And guess who? Tavita come up.
Second try for him today. The hooker, doing what all hookers should be doing, support play. Great break from Malachi Kama out of his own zone though. As you see, he just puts his hands up and really leads his team forward and realised they were under pressure. Malachi Kama causing a break and then drawing past the fullback. Tevita, a little bit of work to do, brushes the winger off and puts it down. Try time for Fiji. Takes our score 10-8 conversion to come.
Malachi Thama out of Rotorua Boys High School, NZRL secondary schools last year, World School Sevens, New Zealand Fiji 2021, and again in 2022. Fantastic player, can move, and he has 2 tries in this match, has got Fiji back in it after, you'd have to say, complete dominance really after conceding the early try from Tokelau.
Conversion unsuccessful there, but yes, he had a wonderful year last year. Malachi dominated at the New Zealand secondary school tournaments where Rotorua Boys were able to make the final. They did go down in the final, but Malachi, what experience he has taken out from it and brought it into the Fijian camp. Sets up the second try for the hooker.
Well, the support is out in force, and great to see too. Beautiful day here in Auckland, and plenty of eyes from the New Zealand Warriors as well on the embankment, enjoying the festivities, the atmosphere here. It's a wonderful occasion, celebration of Pasifika culture, not just rugby league. A real buzz, so you do have a bit of spare time over the next 4 days. You're not watching online or on Sky Sport, and get down here to Bay Roskill. And how about this for a run? Big hit up coming this time from Ingamoto, Fiji, and takes it out past the 20.
Good D.
Yeah, big defence coming in on few. He's struggling to get him to ground. There he is though. And again, some really good meters out of dummy half. This time it's Koroisi who takes it up to halfway for Fiji. Kama just looking at his options. Down the left edge, ball to ground though. But they are finding a bit of space there. It's Tokelau defence.
I was quite surprised the referee let that one go. But they bring it back into the centre of the field. Kama with the kick. Reflected. I think referee's calling accidental offside. Fiji could have the ball back in hand.
What does that mean?
As we come down to the final 7 minutes. There's some huffing and puffing out there. The sun's really out. Yep, accidental offside there. So we restart with a scrum. Should be Fiji's ball. Bit of a momentum swing yet again. Fiji's favour. As you can see in the background, that's the Tongan side.
So scrum inside Tokelau's half and almost losing it forward, but busting straight through. Beautiful play, Fiji. And it's Sloan who's going to score it under the black dot.
I think the juggle of the ball is what deceived everyone. Naturally, you'd think, oh, he'll drop it, but he regathered well. As we take a look at the replay, looks like nothing's coming off the scrum, but they have some depth to them, Fiji. They shift the wide and get on the outside shoulder. Right between the centre and winger, and then speed, what all Fijians have. As he points to the sky, Jovilisi, Jake Sloan with the third try for Fiji as they take the lead. 12 points to 10 with the conversion to come. Bungi kick out, slots it over right from right in front. Conversion successful. 14-10. Fiji just managed to get themselves from under the pressure that Tokelau was putting on them. As we see the Goosey.
Out of Wesley College, obviously JJ Sloan. And he certainly had pace to burn there. They weren't touching him. Had a player in support too, Maisiri. But what a game of rugby league this is. 5 to go as well until the half. And yeah, they're enjoying it. Why not? A couple of cracking tries to get them back into the contest. And it's 14 plays 10.
The boys will be digging deep here. First game of the tournament. 3 to go. But we're in the last 5 minutes of the first half.
Some big contact, putting his body on the line for Tokelau. They do arrive and they do shut the man down. They're running really direct here. This is some good stuff in the set. Physical Fiji. Ringamoto.
They found a second win, Fiji.
They sure have. Plenty of wind around here, but they're sailing at the moment, the Fijians, and sailing up toward halfway at Bay Roskill. Looking for another one. What a close out to the half. This would be Kama spinning again. Getting some good quick play of the ball here, and some sizable characters waiting. 1 off 2. Form of Few. Elijah Few. Now they do well to slow it down a wee bit here. Tokelau is Kama. There's the kick. Swirling around in the Tamaki Makoto breeze, and just diffused beautifully, in fact, from the posts.
Was a great take. Look at the response from Fiji. Bongi kick out, driving them back. Coming out of his side is Ma'anaima.
I think they'd be happy just to go to the half here. Keep things in check. 14-10 Tokelau, but still time to play. Just over 3 minutes till Oranges at Bay Roskill.
Pacific footy, it's unpredictable. Just when you think one side is going down, and happy to see the break.
Has been one of their better players, Terrell Tuia.
And that's what they were waiting for, the penalty to turn momentum. Tokelau will catch their breath. Take a look at the defensive setup for Fiji. And then start plugging away at it. What's worked for Tokelau, though, is just the simple plays from the forwards coming off the ruck. They're able to get over the advantage line and then play off the back of that.
Well, that man right a shot, just walking into a conversation. Terrell Tuia's been central to that since he's been on the park. As you say, that they have looked good. 1 off the ruck, some of these strong carries, then earning that right to go wide, whereas we've seen that unpredictable play, haven't we, Hone, from Fiji.
And exactly that, they go straight off the ruck.
Pungali. Light speed. Elsua again waiting for some big numbers. Another strong carry. Tokelau very, very close again.
5 metres out.
Herrera. Here he is.
Ooh, the big man.
Tuia again, he's close. He's claiming the try. He scores it. Just checking, yeah, he's got 2. Well done. Well done, Terrell Tuia.
I must have went to training to read that play. Tokelau working to their strengths. Just one off the ruck, and then they get the pivot involved, and he gets a little bit wider from the ruck and hits the AB defenders. And sure enough, all he has to do, he's done it all day today, Tyrell Tuia. Go forward, put the ball on the ground.
He's got a great poker face. Just a wee look up at referee Parkin says, did I get it, sir? I think he knew. Wonderful play. Great carry.
There goes the unpredictable football from the Pacific. 14-0. 2 minutes ago, Tokelau was really keen to go to the halftime hooter to have that break, but they found the penalty, and off the back of that penalty, they're able to seize the opportunity and put some points on the score, and could take the lead with the conversion to come. Setu Va'avai lining things up. 10 metres to the left of the upright, 12 metres out.
What a first half of rugby league as we tick past 12 o'clock and towards half time, and it must be time for a kai soon, Hone, because there's some wonderful food stalls around here. Caught a glimpse of on the way in. Plenty of fresh baking as well.
I know that's where JD went, that's for sure, Glenn. Tokelau, the wind picked that one up, and that one's gone into the Bay Rascal bush.
Vai is away, and there is the hooter for half time. An excellent first half display of rugby league from Tokelau and Fiji. 3 tries apiece, and at half time here, Bay Rascal Pasifika Youth Cup of 2023, it is 14 points apiece, Fiji and Tokelau. Back to Pasifika Youth Cup day 1 here at Bay Rascal, and second match of the day. It is Fiji and Tokelau, 14 points apiece. Hone Rapana with me, and Hone, I tell you what, it was a great start, Fiji. Tokelau came back into it, but equally the finish to that first half by this side was impressive.
You'd be happy if you were the Tokelau coach. You know, the simple things have really worked, and they've executed it well. But as we take a look back at the first try of the match, and that was the wrestle, that was Tevita Kama, scored earlier in the match. And then as we take a look at the second try from Tokelau, just space identified out wide, kicking across field. And then this is where Tokelau picked up the momentum and scored back-to-back tries, with danger man here, Tyrell Tuia, grabbing the first of his 2 tries.
Yeah, they looked good when they did the simple stuff, didn't they? Just one off the ruck, and well, Fiji, as we said, they came back with a vengeance. Some lovely work and broken play, and that was Malakai Thama, all his experience, and got the ball away beautifully, and an excellent finish in the corner.
Was the work from the co-captains there, Tevita Kama. But this play here off the back of the scrum, it looked like there was nothing on, but the centre, he shifts out wide of the defensive player, Jovelisi Sloan. Looked like he was juggling, but then he pulls off a goosey, points to the sky, and happy to put Fiji in the lead. But just at the end of the dying stages of the first half, Tokelau going back to their strengths. Tyrell Tuia, second try for him in the first half, which locked things up at 14-0.
He had his double. But an entertaining first half of rugby league, that is for sure. Earlier on, the first match of the day, we saw Tonga with a win over Niue, Tonga Development. And we'll be back on the other side of this here, live and exclusive, Pasifika Youth Cup on Sky Sport. All set for the second half here. 14 points all, Fiji, Tokelau. And a sign of the windy conditions here at Bay Roskill today.
Game number 2 of the PYC Championship Division. Fiji, Tokelau locked up 14-all as Paki Parkinson calls time on for the second half. Good kick, finds the grass, Fiji get it back.
Oh, it's a big defence coming
That's
too.
the fumble.
Yeah, bounce of the rugby league ball, awkward. So Tokelau a chance to work it out of the half for Ngali. And this is where they have looked good. Big carries out of dummy half. Tuli Manu.
The forward pack have really set the platform for Tokelau, but unfortunately a mistake creeps in. They've been error-free, the forward pack for Tokelau. But Fiji applying a bit of pressure there and controlling and managing the ruck. And through that, spill the ball from the prop forward. Tuli Manu. As Fiji just over the halfway line, the blue lines are the marked lines.
Fiji have found success on the edge, and again they look that way. Players in support too. Brilliant play here. Peter Lafaeli's got plenty of pace, and he'll wheel it round and score the opening try of the second half, Sivan. In fact, it's Taniela Maisiri, excuse me. Excellent try, and Fiji just like that on the board.
Danger man, that centre, Jovili Sloan. Scored a try in the first half, making a break. And again, he gets on the outside shoulder, off the back of a scrum. As you see Sloan take the ball here, slowly angles out, takes off here, and draw and pass. Well, he offloads in the tackle. And of course, what all Fijians do, burn him off on the outside with speed. Taniela Maisiri. It's the first try of the second half and puts Fiji in the lead. 18-14 with the conversion to come.
So dangerous. Just give them a sniff. Give them a look on defence. Couple of soft shoulders, a little bit of space, and that is what they can do to you. Taniela Maisiri. Exceptional pace down the wing. And that one just floats away to the left. Can't convert the try.
Once again, you take a look at Sloan. He slowly slows the play down, and then he just takes off, offloads, and boom, in and out. It's the Gasnier step, that one. For today, it's the Maisiri step, and it puts Fiji in the lead. 18-14. Great start to the second half for the Bulla team. Tokelau, and we've said it earlier, unpredictable Polynesian Rugby League.
So 18-14, the early try to Fiji. Takes it out to a 4-point advantage, and not just bobbling the ball there. That's Duisuva. Up smartly on him too. Defensive line organised this time, Tokelau, but managing to still generate some go for Adia. That's the 30. Now, Kama will just have a wee go himself. The hook out of dummy half. Just wanting a nice tidy set here off of the try, Fiji. They can get it.
Flirting with the sideline.
Very close, Liam Boyd. And can they find a way through? Big bump out of the way. Usaya Aria.
Tokelau up to it in the defensive structure. Really making Fiji work as they shift the ball. It's the 15 final. They take the hit up instead of the kick. It's a turnover now. So well done, Tokelau.
They've had a couple of good looks, Fiji, but perhaps needing another option on that occasion as Tokelau. A good tackle coming in from Saya Aria around the bootlaces.
They go back to the game plan. Tokelau coming off the ruck, gaining momentum, averaging over 10 metres. They do it once again. A little bit of space in the middle of the ruck there from the Fijian side. Just that defensive structure behind the markers not quite set. And Tokelau taking advantage of it.
Now Tokelau down the left edge, trying to spin his way through.
It's a penalty.
Tio Martini.
2 in the ruck. Tokelau really patient with their sets, not forcing the pass. And through the roll-on that they create for their forwards, they get the penalty.
Vululafu, strong. Very, very close to the line here. Tokelau, be hard to stop, this close. That ball's been turned over, so not what they were after, Hune, in this set. Great field position.
Looks like he plants the ball. No, he just lets it go. Lost control, and so Fiji take advantage, carry on. They get over the 40, and that's the two try scorer there, Tevita Kama. Big defense from Tokelau.
Bringing the man, Buke, to ground. Cyril Buke lays it back in. Fiji, plenty of players creating width for them down the edge here. Trying to put Tokelau's defensive line in 2 minds. This time they run it straight into a defensive committee too. Malakai Thama.
He's lost it, yep.
Tidy at the play of the ball.
His intention was to create a quick play to ball, but he placed the ball on the ground, and unfortunately the tackle wasn't done, as you see there. And so Tokelau, he's dangerous with the ball in hand, Malakai. But he tried to go for the quick play to ball, and just at the end there he loses control. No hands in the ruck from Tokelau. And referee Paki Parkinson calls turnover, scrum feed, Tokelau.
And it goes, Kiko. He shapes around to the left, but they go the right here. Tokelau. Formali to ground. Yeah, it's Talafaeli. Again, they've looked good. Couple of strong carries up the centre of the park. Now trying to find some width again, just straightening on the inside channel.
Tokelau usually targets the A and B defenders, and what's been working for them is the penalties that have worked against Fiji mid-set, which then puts Fiji on the back foot because they've got to go through that defensive work yet again. So Tokelau, they look for the sideline, 10 metres out. 4 points down.
I've seen the likes of Terrell Tuia and his power close to the line here. Great opportunity, Tokelau. Harlem Fongali is with the ball there. Now El Sua tries to find a flat runner. And Fiji's defence up to task at the moment.
They look for Sila Fa'avai, the halfback for Tokelau, to feed his prop forwards, but Fiji up to it. They identified Tokelau with the offload.
And there it is, and there's the try. Tokelau, but held up is the call.
Martini, John Te'u Martini.
Very, very close.
Look at the halfback, Sila Fa'avai offloads. And of course, John Te'u Martini just reaches out ever so close, but Fiji up to it.
With Seti Tyre in there.
As we return to action.
So, the threat not over for Tokelau. The referee's whistle goes once more.
But an ill discipline from Fiji. Hands in the ruck. But Tokelau need to take advantage of these back-to-back penalties.
Noalofa Teve is driven back just in front of Fiji's post, but plenty of numbers waiting away to the right here. Excellent defence, spot tackle needed to be made too. Tevita Kama, threat not over, and they're going to score, are they? Brilliant. No, he's just short. Just short. I thought he scooted in. Yolsua.
Fa'avai, the halfback, going to the left-hand side, but they
Here
bring it
it
back
is.
to the open.
Yosua dishes up again, some nice play.
Charge defense from Fiji.
Defensively, Hone, that's brilliant.
Referee calls it back to the mark, held up 10 metres. It's getting late in the set. The halves pair up, they link together.
Here
They
again.
shift it wide, space out there.
Oh, just needed to take it. It was there. Stefan Peter Lafaeli.
Pat yourselves on the shoulder, Fiji. Under immense pressure. 4 penalties in their own red zone. But they've managed to keep Tokelau out. And the idea was there to shift it wide, but ball not going to hand. And when it does, it goes forward. And so Fiji.
He scored a good one today already. Peter Lafaeli in the first half. Had he caught that, surely on a plate again, but it's Fiji off the back of some great defensive work on the set. They will look to bring it out of their half. Nathanivalu.
I just want to finish the set, get to the kick.
Lovely little short pass that time. Boyd takes it, but ball is loose. And behind, so some clean-up work to do for Fiji, and this is where they're so dangerous. Ravini Nathanivalu again. Just edging inside. Tokelau's half. That one looked slightly forward, and yeah, it's been called.
Well spotted, Glenn, well spotted. They just needed to get to the end of their set because they haven't been out of their own half for some time now, Fiji. As you can see, the ball running sideways, the ball does drift forward. And so Tokelau, be happy. They don't have to come out of their own half.
This is the championship division over the next 4 days. Fiji, Niue, Tonga Development, Tokelau, and the Premiership, Aotearoa, New Zealand, Māori, Cook Islands, Samoa, Tonga. Second match of the afternoon. They go to work again. Tokelau have looked solid in this second half, going to what they know. Some strong carries up the centre of the park again. Trying to punch your way through this Fijian defence. Elsua once more finding some big ball carriers away to the left edge here. Olufateve. Fiji shutting it down this time.
And they're absolutely shutting everything down. Tokelau just really looking up for some kind of miracle play. But Fiji up to the task and shutting everything down. And Setu Fa'avai settles, but here they come again.
Great carry.
Lafu.
Good strong play. Tokelau.
Strong deep, 99 metres. Just a metre up from the try line, Tokelau. They had the momentum, but Fiji again.
Vulu Lafu it was. He's had a couple of talent carries so far in this game. Playing 30-minute halves here, if you've just tuned in, throughout the tournament. And given the physicality we've seen, all the players need the extra break as we see a break here down the left edge for Fiji. And there's the wheels, and they won't touch him. Seru Buke is going to wheel it round, and just like that, they'll extend the lead here.
Well deserved, Fiji. Back-to-back in defensive sets, penalty after penalty. They've held up Tokelau over 3 occasions, and as soon as they get the ball back, they spot an opportunity with the break on the left-hand side. Simple draw and pass of the fullback. And as you see, Glenn, here comes the speed. Serubuke chews up the clock as well before he places the ball down, giving his forwards another break, a breather.
Serubuke out of Wesley College, and certainly has a turn of pace, doesn't he? And And he's taken this one out to 22-14, kick to come here.
Good reward for the defensive line of Fiji.
And no worries, Tokelau straight over the black dot.
Majority of the second half they have been under the pump, Fiji, but coming out of their own half. That's Liam Boyd, slips through the tackle, and then the offload straight into the hands of Serubuke, who was up to it. Chews the clock up, and Fiji now with a 10-point advantage.
Hats off to Joseva Hennings in that movement too. As well, the shade is well needed today on the sidelines. And the crowd enjoying a festival of rugby league here. A bright young talent, the future stars of our game. This is where it all begins. This is where the eyeballs are fixated. And as we've talked about throughout the commentary, the broadcast today, some of these young men, just the beginning.
Tokelau though, they're not out of the match. As Fiji let the ball bounce. And look at that defense from Tokelau. They drive, could force a turnover.
Good work defensively on Liam Boyd.
And immediately the pressure's put back on Fiji. It's exactly what you needed from Tokelau.
That's a great chase off of the kickoff. Tuielu in there. Now here's an opportunity down the right again, and that man once more had plenty of ball today. Harlem Fongali. Need a quick play of the ball though. It's one thing they've struggled with. Good carries, but need a bit of speed out of the ruck here. Tokelau try and stretch this Fijian defence, which has been brilliant in this second half. And again, ball to ground and trying to tow it through the Fijians. But a little bit of this attack is a bit too easy to read for Fiji at the moment.
Yeah, Tokelau have come off their set plays that they used in the first half that was benefiting them. They've put a pivot into play now, which has allowed the defense from out wide to be up to the task. Earlier we saw them attacking the A and B defenders of Fiji, but with the pivot involved, they get on the outside a little bit wider, which is fresher men. And so there we go. Tokelau, our pivot play. Didn't quite go to hand. If they can go back to straight off the ruck, because it was working for them.
10 points the difference, 12 remaining in this second game of the day. The Pasifika Youth Cup. It has been entertaining. Tokelau have a finish in them. Or will it be Fiji who extend here? This man, Serubuke, has been brilliant this afternoon. A number of their players exceptional in broken play and trying to find a way through again. Usaya Aria. And the ball's turned over though, so it's with Tokelau, and they do have an opportunity inside Fiji's half.
Tokelau can really turn the game if they score off the set. They can go back to what works for them, straight off the ruck. Quick play to ball.
Elsua looking for some numbers, and there he is, that man again, Tyrell Tuia. This time he's well taken care of. I'm sure he was a big part of the halftime chat defensively for Fiji. Numbers away to the left again. Can they spin it? Find space down this edge. They can.
Great defense there from Fiji, shutting it down.
Junior Lefao, tackle had to be made on him, but charging forward onto it, Tokelau.
Referee calls 15 final.
Need to make the kick, they do. It's high, but it's over the back and it's dead.
Too deep. Fiji coming out blasting. It's the fullback, Anare Senubulu. Puts Fiji on the front foot, and it's a penalty there. Pushing in the ruck. A bit of frustration coming into play.
Indeed, have played so brilliantly today in this game. Tokelau, just a bit of late game frustration. Hare Sinibulu getting one for his troubles at the ruck, and now they're off again, flying. And the balance of their attack today has been excellent at times. This is where they've been dangerous, though. Just finding the free arm, finding a man in support. And, well, when they get going, momentum-wise, Fiji on those edges, so hard to stop. This is where Tokelau have had an opportunity.
Ball comes free. Tokelau now. They've really kept Fiji out of the green zone, but they're just not going to their strength, which they are returning to now. As you see a strong hit up there by the back row, Christian Fa'afoi.
Only a 10-point margin with 10 remaining, so certainly not out of the realms of possibility for Tokelau. The ball is loose though, and appealing for the referee.
Looks like the appeal is going to find some benefits. As the referee looks to his match official support, confirms knock on, and Fiji now. It's under 10 minutes ago, 10 points ahead. Referee calling time for player injury. Just looking ahead, we go to the Premiership division of the PYC. Aotearoa Māori, Samoa, Tonga, and the Cook Islands compete in that level, in that division.
Got to say, Hone, for the early part of the season, the standard of play is we see a player coming off here. Hope this isn't too serious. I think it's been quite exceptional.
It has been indeed. Just seeing the boys really push their, chance their arm, shift the ball from left to right, playing on the edges. Majority of the time they're stuck in their structures and their set plays, but here they're really looking outside of that. You seen earlier with Tonga really touching place on the blindside plays. Tokelau went back to the basics, using the forwards to create momentum, set a platform for their outside backs to benefit from. As Aluvulu Lafu makes his way back on the field, and co-captain for Fiji, Malakai Thama, feeds the scrum. Keep an eye out for Sloan.
It is JJ Sloan, dishes away at Kama, trying to toy with them. Great footwork, mercurial on attack, isn't he? Again, lovely direct running out of dummy half.
Jake Sloan.
Again, couple of touches in the set already. Been central to their fortunes this afternoon. Another good carry this time. Koroisi. Players queuing up. Fiji really with their tails up now. Want to finish this game. Make a real statement. Popping the ball away beautifully. Players in support. Are they going to finish? Just short is the call.
Tokelau defensive line scrambles in. Captain Malakai Thama settle things down.
Very close, Thama.
As the referee calls 15 final with 3 metres out from the line. Kama shifts it back to the open.
And here it is. Space out wide. Can he find the supporting player? Ball loose. Still the last here. Fiji will go direct. They'll try and power through. They'll score.
Daniela Masiri. Second try for him today. Just powered over the Tokelau defensive line. It looked like he just said, I had enough, I'm just going straight ahead. Boom, contact there. And he gets between the Tokelau players, plants the ball. Second try for Daniela Masiri today, which stretches out the lead again for Fiji, 28-14 with the conversion to come.
There'll be plenty of support for Daniela Masiri out of Fielding High School. One or two turbos under 16 last year. And well, we talk about the exceptional play, the skill level, but you have to give a credit to Hone to the academies, and the coaches that are working with these young men. They don't often get enough credit during the broadcast, but a shout out to all of those people that have helped these young men get to this point. So Fiji 13 points to 14.
As we see here, puts his head down. He says, I've had enough. I'm the smallest winger. I'm going to the biggest players. Taniela Maisiri stretches out the lead as Fiji go ahead 30 points to 14.
Well, the scoreline sure does not reflect the effort and the play of Tokelau in this game. They've played some brilliant rugby league. But Fiji really just came out in that second half with a clear plan. They stuck to their strengths down the edges. And really just defensively, they were brilliant on occasion, Hone.
And that's where they've got the rewards from, their efforts in defence. They've really put pressure on Tokelau with their options in attack. Oh, big hit up there, straight off the back of the fence.
Elijah Few, he has had a couple of huge carries in the game.
But Tokelau, not giving up, never say die attitude.
Seen that a couple of times, good dominant tackles coming from Tokelau's side.
Here
again, though. Few once more. He's hungry for carries, hungry for hit-ups. And they have had the line speed defensively to get up in Fiji's face. That's when they've really been in the arm wrestle, caused a few mistakes. Just that second man play out of Fiji, the ability to find the space, the cutout ball has been superb. And as Hone says, comes off the back of excellent defensive work to earn it.
Just drop ball there from Fiji. They've done all the good work leading into the play, leading into the set. And just at the end here, the ball comes free from solid contact. That's Alo Vululafu from Tokelau with the solid contact as they shake it off. Good running, gentlemen.
Good to see some smiles out there. At the end of the day, it's just a game and the boys enjoying it. Enjoying the chance to represent their nation's colours on their back. Under beautiful sunshine here in Auckland. We've had a great game of rugby league. This is the second of the day.
Ma'anaima. Hit up off the back of the scrum and a knock on with Fiji. Pick up the ball and go.
And they'll go quickly here. Fiji, Kama.
Keep an eye off on Maisiri, the winger.
And they shut that space down on the edge quickly. Knew the threat. And Tokelau. They have looked good today. Have looked tight. One or two off the ruck of Fiji. Looked organised. Ball handling for the most part has been very good.
Malachi.
Couple of decoy runners and a big hit, thumping hit. Coming in on Tui Suva. But up inside, Tokelau's half go Fiji. Good hands there by the fullback, Senebulu, on the deck.
You can hear the crowd involvement, encouraging players to be involved.
There he goes, Hennings. Some nice link play today, but that one doesn't work out. So 3 to go and 30-14 to Fiji here.
Just trying to keep the ball alive, Fiji. Might be referring back to their 7 style of play, or their 9-a-side. Keep the ball alive and find the space. But Tokelau, opportunity now to end the game strong as they look forward to their next game tomorrow.
Back to the
Great
call,
play.
creating some space here. Tokelau, and down the edge, and a beautiful fend to Faua. Good defence coming in. Fiji as the man with the best headgear at the comp surely is brought down.
The ball came loose. Call from the sideline. He'd done all the good work leading into the play, but just as he's made his way to his feet, Faua. Ball comes free. Forces a turnover for scrum feed on the 30 in favour of Fiji. Just under 2 minutes remaining now. second game for the championship division, which consists of Tonga Development and of course Tokelau, Fiji and Niue.
Been impressed on it. Fijians just only have one gear, don't they? They full of running side to side. Some fit boys there, that is for sure. And maybe as well as the defensive display, part of that, some of the athletes we're seeing just out on those edges, just tiring the Tokelau defence.
You can really see both sides now just emptying the tank, just giving whatever they've got left, whether it's a defensive hit or an attacking play. Prop forwards coming to get involved. There we go again. This is what was working for them earlier.
It was.
They're just coming back to it.
And this man certainly was working for them. He's earned his paycheck today as Darrell Tuia. That's been part of it too, the ability to slow the play of the ball. Fiji has given them a chance to regroup defensively. Look, well organised, well cut team, that's for sure. As Tokelau, a little rare chance to try and snipe through the second half. Got to be careful there. Few lying on the man as the kick will come.
Looking for the final play of the match.
And there's the hooter, and well diffused to Fiji. An excellent game, the second game of the day of rugby league here at Bay Roskill Pasifika Youth Cup of 2023. Full time here. It is Fiji who get it done in style, 30 points to 14 over Tokelau.